abi kabungutu hatu hata singutaki dalu mani ibadang.
Pasola, pride of the Sumba warrior. This land is a part of East Nusa Tenggara Islands of Indonesia, dominated by vast expanse of valleys, hills, and meadows. Blessed by the gods and protected by the ancestors, and rituals of worship are the bread that exhales customary submission of the people in the village to the Marabu. Folklore has it that once upon a time, the European sailors know this land as Pulau Cendana, or the Sandalwood Island, where colonies of Sumba horses can easily be found, galloping the green savanna of the Marapu Hills in Sumba. My name is Lucas Ledungila. I'm raised in Wanokata, at a traditional village called Weiwuang. My ancestor, Ubudula, passed down the tradition of horse riding war rituals, where we still preserve Pasola. Ever since our ancestors' time, for us in Sumba, horse is an animal constantly inseparable from the lives and the legends of our people. Up until now, they are still a huge part of each traditional villages among our cattle. Other than buffaloes, horses show showed the level of social status and pride of the owner. Horse is also part of Belis, or wedding dowries, in Sumbani's wedding. This legendary traditional horse riding war game that has become a deep-root pride of Sumbani's tradition. We call it Pasola at first. It transformed and then popularly known as Pasola. This year, the Pasola will be held at my area in Wanokaka sub-district of West Sumba. The origin of the love story of my ancestor, Ubudula, the origin that created Pasola. It all began from a traditional village called Waiwuang. This is where the Pasola tradition kickstart into its popularity. Use on the Pasola has long been awaited by many in Sumba, especially by the ratos or traditional elders. Days prior to Pasola are the busiest days in the year. Pasola is also a long-awaited tradition for us, the youth of Sumba. Unlike many other custom activities, choosing of the day for Pasola must be a result of custom court decision. A joint decision which then determined by the rato based on the signs of the nature and order from the ancestor, Marapo. Today is the 5th day before the Pasola. Previously, on the 7th day, Purung Laru Laoda had been performed. It is a tradition of descending the string of taboo, that all activities prohibited by custom should not be performed by anyone within the traditional circle. There will be a customary sanction for the violators. The prohibition are wearing bright colored clothing, making loud noises, or down to slaughtering cattle. On the 5th day, the Rato Waigalis will circle the traditional village to announce determination for the day of Pasola. The day is decided after a traditional custom gathering at Umakalada, or the residence of the Ratu of the Waiwang village, which is located south of the Waigali hamlet. Ratu Danggoduka and Ratu Kamamipili are the ones to lead the rituals heading to Waiwang.
Dalam naplu manu abit tobungut waktu abit bidungut kati pelu manu wib tam perian wejara wib betlok yang berfrut abit bulnya lau abit dengnya bata wib manu tuda wib dengidit manu tuda abit jauh kehol abit wib mata wib manu bulnya yang berfrut.
Along the way, both will be accompanied by two Waigali youths. They will stop at certain location to cast spells and pray for the ancestor and the good of the living.
Pada saat bulan muncul, yang menghitung bulan itu adalah Ratu Ubube. Dan tahun ini kena pada 7 hari ke depan untuk Pasola. Terus Ratu Ubube ini menyampaikan hal itu kepada Ratu Igali bahwa mereka harus bawa waktu 4 hari ke Waiwang. Hal itulah Ratu Igali dalam hal ini yang bertanggung jawab untuk menyampaikan waktu yang ditentukan oleh Ratu B kepada Ratu Waiwang.
It's been quite dark when both Ratos from Wali arrive in Waiwuang village. However, the meeting must still be held to achieve the determination of the day for Pasola. In the customary meet, there is a special condition which was unmet by Ratu Danggoduka and Ratu Kamamipili. Due to weather condition, both failed to bring along areca nut and coconut as complementary condition of the customary gathering. After addressing their apologies on the matter, the rituals carries on without any customary disruptions. Customary meet like this is held at Uma Bakul, or the main house that is residence of the Ratu. Uma Bakul is a house hundreds of years old and has been home to generation of Ratos. At its traditional village, Uma Bakul are the first house to be built before the other houses of the community. Was once of the house of Ubudula, or ancestor, who is also the legend that started Pasola.
Tapos dahil dari nito, ng palon yan kaba, ng mahman yan nagkiki, pagtawi ang kita kamundo, kaya na di, taon, kan lak maray, kamkit maray, kadik ko, kanek sa kabay. Abitahang mong tawas, abitahang yung sakat. Abitahang ko, toma vừa in vừa ăn này mua vừa mập mua đồ hùng mẹ lấy tập ra cái này đi chứ lại in vẽ lại ăn péo còn halap mà đấy cần kít mà đấy cái này nào cũng đã ta làm nấu cái in hết ya cái này còn muốn tu ban từ em kít cho muốn tu.
Morning in Waiwuang, the serene and calm with slight activities from the people. This village has housed tens of generations. No more than 30 households stayed in the Waiwang. The rest live outside the traditional village, close to the plantation fields, or even more, to towns and cities. Here, we still carry on the legacy from the megalithic era, called the tombstone tradition of kubur batu. For us, the grave of deceased families must stay inside house courtyard, so that the living can still communicate in some way with them. It is the blessing from ancestors that we sought by oath, especially in performing a traditional ritual. Ubudula is one of the ancestors of Baibuang, and it is from his sad love story, hundreds of years ago, born this famous horse riding fight game known as Pasola.
Kampung Waiwang memiliki sebuah sejarah khusus yang berkaitan dengan Pasola dan Pejura. Di situ lahir seorang laki-laki yang gagah perkasa yang bernama Ubudula dan memiliki istri yang bernama Rabu-Rabu. Karena itu Kampung Waiwang dalam sejarah Pasola atau Pasola merupakan peletak dasar dalam hal terjadinya Pasola atau Pasola di Tuan Pak.
There are not many historical artifacts of Ubudula that can be found. Other than his tomb, located next to the house of Ratu Waibuang, and several ceramic bowls that are kept by Ratu Ngaji Getis family.
Ihing winapalan, wala dari damkaban, ang pala ini wan koy. Terlalu play din wan koy. Terlalu play din ko di damkaban, itwig hagro di Ubudula kan basa na alako ta koy. Tamgat ko di dia ada makan. Saya yang donan, wajib ring, awal. Jadi, setelah menggap awal, tenideng dia jago, kawabin pada ini jan, dan Lalawi ako man, waga man na napaway ko rin dugan, anamo, kami ini tawan kak. Pwede. Napadekit na pidwada nila, napawana nila, namaray na nyade, hangin na marag, hangin na humon, o pawanib, pangpuhoy.
The pre-Pasola process is still ongoing, and the moment before leaving Baibuang, the Waigaliratos must purify themselves and their weapons at Waiwang Water Spring. They continue their journey to announce the day of Pasola to other 7 traditional villages in Wanokaka. They have with them 3 banana bunches and 3 wraps of rice from Ratu of Waiwang as the sign of agreement. That the day for Pasola has been decided as according to the positioning of the moon and the will of their ancestors.
Hapkai na papu ni ko dam ratu mahapkai na papu win bakulam magroit la rama lili kato tawa rot ko kharom data kai matut hapkai na papu manu ni nam du manu papu papa mau go mau tom da duk pak to duk le nul patngar je do manu papu papa mau go mau ni nam du manu binde ol ko da bin o ratu.
In local language, the gift is called Uhu Tilu Daong and Klawa Tilu Wuli. Meanwhile, I also have prepared Wai Maringo, my sandalwood horse. I have fed him since he was 2 years old. Trained him to run and bond with him as part of the preparation to make him a mentally and physically strong racehorse for the Pasola. Just because it's pre-event before the Pasola doesn't mean that Pajura is less interesting. Pajura is part of local tradition that is getting huge part of the attention from the community here. I'm preparing for the Pajura tonight, not just a hand clothes made from the reed grass, but also training my moves and stamina so that I can be ready for the fight in the Pajura arena.
Enak sih.
This is my wife, Marelina Pirimagi. Every year, she supports me with the eagerness to participate in traditional custom. For her, Pajura and Pasola is form of respect to the ancestor. And even more, a pride of us, Sumbanis. She prays for my safety and prepares all the ledungila necessities regarding the Pajura and Pasola. Now it's 10 p.m. local time, and all the community have come together, swarming the beach of Taitena in Hubajangi, Balikonu village. The annual custom traditional boxing is highly anticipated, especially by the youth of Wanokaka. Not out of will to show off force, but out of joy, and most of all, of pride as Sumbanis. Taitana Beach rumbles. The night is filled with songs sang by the youth, burning the spirit to fight in the Pajura arena. Under the moonlight, the sandy beach became the area for Pajura, a traditional sport that carried back the memory of Ubudula. Found his fist into the sand of the Taitana beach after learning that his wife, Rabu Kaba, had been taken away from him by Teda Gai Parona. However, the Pin and the Cats stay inside in the arena fight game. Once they're out of it, no resentments or grudges followed. They left it all there, and it's all ended as the fight game is over on the sands of Taitana Beach that night. Thankfully, no one suffered severe injury tonight. All there is left is joy and happiness after the traditional took place. Pajura can go on until dawn breaks. The Knight of Sumba gather in the courtyard of Pasola village to train their horse riding skill. They don't just need to sharpen the coordination between players, but also to maintain harmony and solidarity with their horses as well.
ya raja raran dong paksudnya beter mano tujuan wul petengah nih rayu itu. Waga jar lik loga waga tan ga abdo vitu kati jara abin hob ngut watu ku. Waga man wul jaga waga jwai barlagi wik tono ngah yan pa kam lang yan lik yakam itian bai rang yan hi. Tau jela kan ni min dia tana prai ngur lokum nang tan tarara lok to halawa. Rang yel yan hilu itiel kayan bal. Wik dan yan dong paksud tu tom lan kan wul petengah.
A mass prayer for the safety of the players during the Pasola is also held at Uma Kalada, Waiwang Wawa. Here, the Ratu prays for the instructions and the protection from the ancestors. For all the players in the Pasola War game, the next day, the sun is not yet up. The Ratu entourage is already walking through the village, heading to Pahiwi Beach.
Ya tôi nằm đâu nè.
Meanwhile, in Waiwang, one day before the Pasola, Ratu Ngejigeti is also going for Pahiwi Beach. To hold the Nyali tradition with the other Ratos from traditional villages. Ngajigeti has not had a good night's sleep, as the last couple of days, the traditional matters has kept him busy and awake for most of the time. At the same time, I'm also preparing for this big day. For us, Sumbanis, Pasola is something we've been anticipating all year long. And customary traditional attributes are important elements for the day. Pahiwi beach of Wanokaka is more crowded this morning compared to regular days. All are here to witness Madidi Nyali tradition. This is among the local traditional ihli, sought after the tourists, the visitors of our land. No one should ever touch the water before the two ratos come in to get the nyali. In front of the holan, or the entrance door for nyali, the ratos communicated with ancestor spirit before they cast the first nyali this morning. Upon the watch of customary board, results showed that the nyali this year will be perfect. Signing that this year, the harvest will be abundant, fitting to the hard work labored by the farm workers. Worm of the sea, or nyali, is believed here to be the incarnation of Rabu Kaba, a beautiful Sumanis woman who decided to jump and drown herself to the ocean, just so that Ubu Dula and Teda Gaiparona will not fight over her. A moment before the Pasola begins, we will gather on the sidelines of the field, watching the rival teams and cook up strategy to be used in the arena. Of course, taking the last moment to prepare strong mentality for the game. Pasola is always crowded with spectators from the village's communities, families, traditional elders and tourists, as this is a traditional ritual you don't get to see every day. It is our form of dedication and obedience to the culture and tradition as taught by our ancestors. The horse riding war game is using blunt-tipped wooden javelin. There are two sides of the game. Now it is Waihura and Praibako, or the upper and lower Wanokaka.
Tinghawalan tumiwon. Tingin. At tumiwon yan. Ano ba na praing mo? Paharame kamay. Gaya may no. Ano ba na praing mo? Gaya may. Và về vụ nữa từ wow. Jadi apa halnya pokoknya jadi itu nak apa halat dan rani kan involved da pol wajah tepuli dan randia nama wawan yang pergod wawan yang pergod dan randia kan wawan yang menyar wawan yang menyaro jadi wawan yang vigal tapi ngay bây giờ na lời mà giao giờ là bị não quan nhân bị gan cái na bagi do no na involved na no hura giờ na para ba for him đấy và watching na giờ no na pagal.
Although the weapon used in the game is a blunt-tipped javelin, it still can make wound. And according to the Marabu belief, that if a participant fall victim, they are thought to be punished by the gods for a traditional violation they may have done. And blood that shed the arena is seen as a sacrifice made to fertilize the farmland. To Marabu believers, bloodshed in Pasola can mean a blessing in disguise.
Tôi còn là phó em đứng ngồi tu mà này đánh ở tu Phật để cái mua ní để bé ông để hồng cha đó vậy phó mới đặt ada itu juga ada peteting nam phó sejarah tu để tìm phó pada nyelesaian.
Pasola was actually a duel to prevent gore violence between two villages. When Ubudula and Teda Gaiparano were fighting over Rabu Kaba. Pasola means more of traditional festivity to celebrate planting season. In form of ritual respect ancestor, praying for mercy, prosperity, and thanksgiving for an abundance of past harvest. Through the Pasola, bond between the brothers of the community are united even tighter. Ever since our ancestors started it has been the man to bring us closer together in union. Gather the sense of friendship between village, a place to come together with friends and relatives. Pasola contains so much great values. It mirrors brotherhood, art, culture, sports, entertainment, and broad religious values all through one event. Pasola, legacy of Marapu tradition for the Knights of Sumba.